everyone and welcome. I'm Chockney and this is Eats Many Cakes, and we're in a bit of a spooky mood seeing as it's October and we've got a furnishing pack, the Witches Coven, in the Crown store to take a look at. Bring the moody atmosphere of Hag Fen to your home with these tools and trappings of the witch's trade. Whether brewing potent poisons or cooking cauldrons of questionable stew, craft in true coven style with the included alchemy and provisioning stations. Included alchemy and provisioning stations? That sounds really good off the bat. And it looks like for 3,500 crowns, we've got 22 items. And I feel like 3,500 crowns is cheaper than what has been shown previously. I'm sure I've been looking at packs that have been 4,000, 4,500. But we'll take a look and see what's inside. To start with, we have the Carcass hanging deer. It says animated as the furnishing behaviour. I'm guessing that's that very slight swinging motion that it's doing. I wonder if you can turn that off. Then we've got a special effect furnishing item, Fogs of the Hag Fen. And your screen doesn't look blurry, it is actually the fog that's on the screen. That slight white wispy bit of little cloud fog, that is it. And it just moves around on its own. Not sure how big it encompasses totally, but hopefully it's enough to make a really good effect. Now we have one of the services mentioned, the Hagraven altar Alchemical. So when placed in your home, allows you to craft alchemy items. And I like this because it's specific for a Hagraven Halloween spooky theme. Doesn't have to be just Halloween, you know, you've got like a vampire den going on, you could probably include it in that. Even if it's in a necromancy, if you go down that path. So this is quite versatile in look, I think. So we'll check out what the price would be for it on its own later on. Then we just have the Hagraven Cauldron ritual, and it's interactable with the light. Oh, and it's green. That's really cool. It's just a basin with a bunch of stones at the base, but the fact that the flames are green is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And apparently I have 3 of these in my bank already, so I'm not doing any decorating, am I? Now we have the Hagraven Totem skull. Looks just like a goat skull at the moment, I think. Conveniently, the plant has grown and been slotted through the eyes, or the skull has been placed on the plant that way. Then you have just a fallen pine log. But considering we've got so many small branches and whatnot, I don't really think they needed to include any more wooden items. Log, rotten bog. Gets better and better. Oh, okay, we get another special effect. So Mists of the Hag Fen. So what you see is just the one. I still don't know how big it will be overall, but you can mix and match with the fog of the Hag Fen. It is just, from the preview, it just looks like a little bit of steam coming up from the ground, if you can make it out. But that looks really good. A Reachman cage, sturdy, so you know that questionable stew? Obviously, it might just be something that we don't really want in there. A Reachman rug, mottled skin. I wish I could bring it forward, like bring it up towards the camera to see better. It looks a bit flat, the texture design from it. Then you've got the Reachman rug, smooth skin. That actually looks a lot better than the last one, I think. Ooh, so now we have an interactable small house item. Skulls in a heap. So this is what it is stacked. Again, the texture looks just a little bit off around the eyes for me and the nose. Some of them look good. Oh, but they look a lot better when they're scattered. Much better. And then back to stacked. So I actually prefer it like that. That looks a lot better. Next we have a stump, mossy cypress. A stump, wretched cypress. Looks a bit like a hand, doesn't it? It's gonna claw away, run away. Oh, we have a readable furnishing item, the Witches of Hag Fen, so that would be good. A tree, fetid cypress, a large house item. Again, it looks like it's just going to get up and crawl away. Oh, another different type of tree, wretched cypress again still, but a different look. Witch's Totem, Antlers, Charm. For those rituals. A Witch's Basin, Scrying. A standard house item. Animated, interactable with visual effects. Scrying. Inactive. Oh, but look at that, the water still moves on the inside. Oh, I like that though. Oh, another Witch's Beast Skull. Lighting interactable object. Oh, I see it now. Look at that. And that's it, extinguished. Oh no, you got to keep that on, aren't you, for the effect? Ooh, Witch's Cauldron Provisioning. When placed in your home, allows you to craft provisioning items. Crafting station behavior. Oh, that's really cool. That looks really good as well, with the flames and the green liquid inside. Don't think I'd want to be eating out of that if I was going over to a witch's house for dinner. Then you've got the Witch's Tent, Lean-To. That's where you can place your alchemy station and your provisioning station, just shown. I've decided to do something slightly different to what I do in my other videos for the furnishing packs, and I've actually had a look through individually at what everything would have costed through the Crown Store housing editor price only. I didn't find all the items. The items that I couldn't find were the Hagraven Cauldron ritual. I think that is a furnishing plan that you can get during the Witches Festival, but please do mention in the comments if this is incorrect. I couldn't find the literature book, The Witches of Hag Fen. The special effects for the fog. Nor could I find the Hagraven Provisioning Station. So it's been quite interesting to see all the different prices for the Crown Store items. Some of them I was looking at thinking, why have they charged that much? And others I was thinking, if you were wanting only 1 or 2 pieces, then that would be fine. But having it in a furnishing pack is a lot easier. So it's given me a better appreciation actually for these furnishing packs that they're bringing out. Considering we've got 22 items at 3,500 and there's only 4 that I appear to not be able to see in the actual housing editor. But I thought I'd show you a couple of them, the prices. Starting off with the Hagraven Alchemical Station. That itself is 3,300 crowns. That's almost, in fact it's only 200 crowns short of what the furnishing pack actually is that it's in. Which, for me, is a little bit mind-blowing, because I just don't look inside the housing editor, so I don't expect it to be so high in price for something individual like this. Because it is quite specific, it is called the Hagraven Altar, and as I mentioned when we first looked at it, it can be used probably quite versatile. Then yeah, maybe put it a bit higher than some of the others, but even then you're looking at like the basic jewelry crafting station at 3,000 crowns and the basic enchanting station at 3,000 crowns. So it seems to me a bit odd to have this quite highly priced, but considering that they've put this one and the provisioning station inside of the pack, makes the pack more worthwhile to purchase, in my opinion. If you're into this sort of thing where you're decorating and you like to do it specifically. The other one I wanted to show you was in the miscellaneous item, and that is actually the Mist of the Hag Fen, and that's only 750. So not quite sure how they got that at 750 in the Alchemical station as 3,300. But it's not too bad if you wanted to purchase this one on its own. So depending on how big it is, then you may feel like you need to top it up. So I feel like with these furnishing packs now, they are probably a better value than I originally thought. And then you can come back through to the housing editor and purchase just 1 or 2 odd individual items just to bulk up what you originally purchased. I'll leave a list in the little box below about the items and the prices that I did find them at. Some of them I am pretty sure they are part of furnishing plans, so you might be able to find some of them out in the wild. I find looking in urns and backpacks the best. But otherwise, this pack is one of the better, more thought out ones, especially with the themed stations, the themed crafting stations. So I am actually tempted by it. I'm still not sure if I'll go for it, but as you can see, my house is pretty empty here, so I could decorate it for a Halloween theme. Finally give this place a bit of loving, a bit of a spruce up, and maybe try and match it a little bit with my outfit. Thank you very much for watching my video. What do you think of the furnishing packs? Do you like to buy them as they come along, or do you actually look through the housing editor and just pick out the ones you want? Because before I've mentioned, if they let us pick and choose, it would be a lot cheaper. And it's a workable statement, that, because some of the prices are not too bad. But if I was really wanting to like pick and mix, then obviously I'd need probably more money than the furnishing pack itself. So this furnishing pack is a lot better deal. And it looks like we're getting a couple of things that aren't actually in the housing editor. Again, if that is incorrect, just let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, if you're looking for a spooky themed, then this one could be the pack for you. I will let everybody know if I do end up getting it, seeing as it's very tempting this time round and I may actually go for it. But you can find that out on Twitter if I do. As usual, if you liked, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, yada yada, and hopefully I'll see you in the next videos. Thanks very much for watching.